The nurse watched as her colleagues ran towards the delivery room, calling for her to follow. Was something wrong? What could cause such a commotion? Then she peeked at the newborns through a gap in the crowd, and everything fell into place. She'd seen some wondrous things in her time at the hospital, but this was incredible. The parents in question are Jennifer and Matt Milner, a Maryland couple who shared the wonderful miracle in 2020. When Jennifer became pregnant, neither she nor her husband could have predicted what would happen when the babies came into the world. Their sons are twins, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. There's a good reason why Jacob and Joshua Milner's birth sent doctors and nurses flocking to their side. It's nothing to do with birth complications, both boys were perfectly healthy. But their entrance was certainly memorable, and it will likely be a story hospital staff will share for years to come. Twin boys were a wonderful new addition to the Milner's family life and certainly a well-deserved one. You see, Jennifer's dedicated her time to helping others in her work life as a counselor. Her profile on the website of magazine Psychology Today states that she works with the LGBTQIA+ community, helping people who are experiencing challenging life transitions. So it's fair to say that the Milners celebrate diversity, and the chance to raise children with the same values must have had them excited. Did the couple know they were having twins? Apparently, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says the chances of twin births are higher now than ever before. The odds of having twins now are 75% higher than they were in the 80s, and larger birth multiples have an even bigger growth rate. There's a lot more to twins than meets the eye too, so to speak. For example, they can be fraternal or identical, which makes a big difference. The American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists explains that fraternal twins develop from different eggs. Although they're called twins, they can look very different. Meanwhile, identical twins come from the same egg, so they share more DNA and bear a closer resemblance. It's an important distinction, especially for the Milners. That's because although the Milners had twin boys, there was something very different about them. Something that caused quite a stir among the doctors and nurses in the hospital hosting new mother Jennifer. And it was a rare enough phenomenon that approximately 20 medical experts lined up to get a glimpse of Jacob and Joshua. But what could have been so stunning about the twins to cause such attention? Well, Jennifer explained as much in her own words to TV's Today in 2021. Joshua looked more like me, the dark-skinned new mother described, and Jacob was really pale. We were completely stunned. Evidently, so were the delivery staff. Jennifer continued, "We both got a baby that looks like us. How cool is that?" That's right, the Milners were proud parents of biracial twins. Joshua shares his mom's brown skin, eyes, and hair color. Jacob, on the other hand, has his father's white skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Needless to say, even considering the increasing number of twin births, a biracial one is rare enough to draw attention. And that's what sent doctors and nurses racing towards the maternity ward's newborn babies. So what exactly are the chances of a biracial twin occurrence? Pretty low, according to the University of Edinburgh's Dr. Jim Wilson. In 2011, Dr. Wilson told BBC News that there's just a 1 in 500 chance that mixed-race couples will have twins with different skin colors. And just like with twin births in general, those numbers have increased over the years. To give you some idea about the odds involved, consider the genetic factors behind skin color. Dr. Wilson said, "Our skin color is determined by a number of gene variants. At least 20 variants, I would say, probably quite a few more than that. Some of these we know and some of them we don't yet know. And in each of these genes that are influencing the color of our skin, there tends to be 2 or more variants." I think of it as a deck of cards, Dr. Wilson explained. Imagine you're at a casino and you have been dealt a hand of cards. Some will be black and some red. In biracial twins, by chance one twin gets all or almost all the cards of one color despite their shared heritage. Obviously, although they were surprised, the Milners were overjoyed with their twins. And just as in the hospital, they often draw attention from passers-by. "If I'm kissing Jacob," Jennifer told Today, "I'll notice people are looking at us and trying to figure out our relationship." Not all of it is positive though. Jennifer recalled one awkward encounter she had in the street. She said, "I once ran into a woman who knew I was pregnant and instead of congratulating me, she said, 'That's your biological son?' For the most part though, people celebrate the twins' striking genetics. But what about the toddlers' personalities?" Jennifer explained they're as diverse as their appearance. Jacob is the more introverted brother who doesn't like the limelight. Instead, he prefers to take things at his own pace. Joshua is an extrovert that his mother called a true people person who loves attention. They have a great relationship with each other though. They are very affectionate. For example, they love giving each other kisses before bed, Jennifer said, and Jacob will bring Joshua a pacifier. Still, that doesn't mean they get along all the time. They are siblings after all. Their mother continued, "Of course they tackle each other sometimes. They're like any other brothers." Jennifer explained to Today why she believes her son's differences should be celebrated. "They're a reminder that we're all human with the same basic needs," she said. "The only difference is the complexion. It's really beautiful." If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.